Hello, guys. Today we wanted to play a game.
Let's play a game.
I just think of Saw every time I hear someone say
Let's play a game. Sorry, that's
everyone immediately turned this off. They were like, no, I'm actually going to listen to something else today.
I'll never do that again.
Next time we play a game, should we just put like rare beauty swirls on our cheeks and write in on little tricks?
Girl. Halloween, we're going to start having fun.
Yeah. Okay, so we have, this is a video episode for sure. If you want to see us physically play it, but audio is fine too, I guess. We're playing Should I Stay or Should I Go? So common things that people, specifically men, do in relationships that could be alarming, could be a reason to run away. And Alexa and I have varying opinions on this, so I'm excited to see who says stay or go.
This is probably going to be the one episode where we tremendously disagree with each other on things.
Perfect.
Because I feel like we're typically quite aligned.
Yeah.
But there are things that I find quite endearing that you think are foul.
And
so
yeah, vice versa.
That's true.
Okay, and so we're drinking along.
I guess we're our best when we're a little.
We're filming this in the morning.
Yeah, it's early, which we are not morning people. So
it's also like 11 a.m. It's not even that early.
Day drinking is one of my top 10 favorite things to do.
Why? Because you're recovered by night?
Yeah, I can still have like solid REM sleep. Wake up the next day fresh as a daisy.
That makes sense. I do get pretty messy when I day drink though.
Oh, I'm the worst.
And I feel like more people are sober so they remember the crimes that you've committed, you know?
I just like, people think I'm on drugs when I'm drunk during the day.
People think you're on drugs when you're sober. We went out like last weekend and Alexa was sober, had maybe one drink.
I wasn't drinking at all that night.
Was the most lit. Like people were taking videos of her in 0.3 to Charlie XCX while she was flailing around. I was 3 drinks in, just like, I don't have that in me yet.
I was like, how much Molly are you on right now? And I go, I've never done that in my life. I remember Gigi Gorgeous when I was 19 years old told me, babe, you never have to do cocaine because you are just human cocaine.
You are cocaine.
And to that I said, you're not wrong, babe.
Okay.
Love her. I want her on the podcast. Miss her and love her.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're just gonna rapid fire, like go back and forth between the two of us.
What champagne is this?
Provocativo.
It's kava. Yum. I like kava.
Starting strong. Listens to Joe Rogan. What episodes? When? What era?
Here, if you're listening to Joe Rogan for the sake of understanding that it's like very culturally relevant, so be it. If you agree with everything he says, get out of here.
If you listen to Joe Rogan because you feel misunderstood.
There was a guy, though, that I thought was really cute. And then I saw his YouTube recent reads and I was like, Joe Rogan. And he goes, yeah, I listen to Joe Rogan sometimes. And I'd like to know why. He's like, because I like it to challenge my opinions. And I was like, hot. Stay.
But also there's some things that he says that make sense. And then there's others that are just like, oh no, that's not it. So it really just depends. I don't think it's immediate like run.
That's true.
I think it's if it's all you're listening to.
If you are part of the tribe, the cult.
If you're going to him for news and that's it, we have a problem.
That's on period. Asks you to hang out day of.
Every time?
That's a no. That's a go for me.
Go.
I don't do that. Unless I know them and, you know, it's like, hey, I'm free today. Are you? And you're like, yeah, why not?
But if he's like, let's go out tonight and it's 2 p.m.
Also, if it's our first date and you're asking me what I'm doing today, I'm deleting your phone number. I'm deleting your number.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not happening.
Never. Go.
It indicates that they don't give a fuck about your time.
No, they don't. I'm not convenient. I'm sorry.
Only communicates via voice notes.
Love it.
Say.
Love it. We make each other little podcasts on the daily.
But we're podcasters. Like, of course we like that. A lot of people hate that.
Oh, I love that shit. Also because they can get all their thoughts out and I can just skim it. I don't even have to listen to the whole thing.
Transcript is a game changer. Yes.
I love that shit. I love it. Because I love when people over communicate with me. Stay forever. Keep sending me voice notes. It's so fun. I don't want to read your texts. I also don't necessarily want you to call me. I want a little message whenever I'm ready to listen to it. Stay. Do it forever. Post gym selfies.
I'll go. You said stay?
I mean, I have liked guys that have posted the worst things on the internet. Remember that?
That's your own fault.
Do you remember that guy that posted acoustic covers on his Instagram?
No, I didn't follow him.
No, he wasn't a musician for his job. He would just make those videos and he would sing like awful songs from the 2000s. This man's a
finance bro.
He's a finance bro and he would make the covers and my friends would send them to me and be like Alexa.
Wonderwall?
No, it was, I can't say it because then people might figure it out.
Seen the Barbie movie?
It was that bad. It was like polo shirt, acoustic guitar, and it wasn't good. Like it was the worst thing ever.
Boat shoes on, guitar out.
My friends would send it to me and say like, hey, is this your man? And I'd say, yeah, I'm going to stick beside that.
That's
So
my man.
there's a guy right now that I think is really quite a catch. Does he post gym videos on the regular? He does. I don't think it's a deal breaker.
Okay, I think if you're posting gym selfies, you're appealing to the male gaze. And I've made the mistake of dating at least 3 gay men. And I just can't make that mistake again. So for me, it's a go.
But what if it's, okay, devil's advocate, what if it's something where it's just, he's like proud of himself that he's improving. He's not doing it because he's constantly shredded. Like, I don't like a shredded
camera
man.
roll. You should be proud of yourself, but do you need to post it on Instagram with a song attached to the story?
Oh, that's a no.
No.
Is it something where he's like, has a private Instagram and that's because he's sharing with like his handful of friends?
It's a go for me, but it's a stay for you. That's fine. That's okay.
It's fine.
That's okay.
I'll take it.
This is our first disagreement. He follows tons of girls on Instagram, but he doesn't like their posts.
Go.
Okay.
If you don't personally know these bikini models that you are like, okay, my ex-boyfriend used to follow so many of these bikini girls that I knew because I live in LA and I'm a content creator. And all these girls. It was so embarrassing. They would look at my boyfriend's Instagram and be like, your boyfriend follows me. Go.
The reason why I say maybe stay is because what if he's a retired fuck boy? Like, I know a couple guys that are like 37 now. And they know the girls. I'm not saying girls they don't know. That's just
okay. They know
like,
they know
you
them.
Can't be a fan, but you know them, and like maybe you hooked up with them in the past, or I don't know. I don't expect someone to sit at 35 and like go through their following and unfollow everybody that they followed when they were 21. Like that's just who has time for that.
I see that. But if these are guys that wouldn't know those girls in the real world, that's a go.
Then it's a go.
But we live in LA, so most people are going to relate to the fact that if you're following a girl that has, 1.7 million followers and her butt cheeks out, which I say pop off queen, I love that shit. However, if you don't know them and you're following them, I don't care if you don't like the photos, you're still being served that content. Stay or go, he won't post you on Instagram.
Go. The first time I ever got cheated on, he wasn't posting me and he told me it's because he doesn't ever post. He was posting. And then it was, Instagram doesn't mean that much to me. Okay, so then why won't you post me if it doesn't mean that much? Do you know why? Because he had 30 girls that he was fucking on the side. Go.
You know what? I'm going to say go too. I think it has to be something that's at least a conversation. I now have rules because I'm a content creator that I'm very weird about posting who I date online because...
Oh, we're not posting him. No.
Oh, he's posting you. Oh, yeah. You better fucking post me. You need to let all those bitches know that I'm around.
I'm not... You get a story. You get like the 5th slide in a carousel now.
Okay.
I've been dating Colin for 5 years. He's never tagged. He's the 7th slide. He used to be front and center in the grid, but I just don't think it's embarrassing now. And unless we're married, I just cannot be archiving like grid photos like that.
My goal is the next time I ever post a man, it's because I'm like, I'm engaged.
Exactly.
And everyone's like, what?
To who? Don't worry about it. He doesn't have socials at all.
Stay.
At all.
Stay. It's hot.
I must stay, but do a background check.
I made the mistake of I have no social media and I didn't do a background check and that person lied about who they were the whole time. So
yes, it's like either he's really hot and probably comes from a long line of wealth or he's a serial killer.
What I love is a guy that has a private Instagram and less than 1,000 followers and is followed by less than 1,000.
And hasn't posted since 2018.
The hottest thing in the entire world.
Posts once every 2 years.
And it's like a really wholesome picture of them with their family on a vacation. His best friend is a girl. I would stay. I think that's a green flag.
If you don't have a terrible gut feeling about her and she's nice to you and treats you like a human being.
Yeah, for sure.
And they didn't used to fuck. If all those boxes are checked, stay.
You're good.
I like when men are friends with women because they need the perspective of a woman. There's nothing worse than an echo chamber of frat boys being like, oh, fuck that bitch. Like you need a woman to be like, actually, she's in the right. And you need to kind of like analyze your actions.
Also, I've always been a girl that has had at least a couple close guy friends. And some of the girls don't like that. And I don't blame them. I give them the space. I go, that's fair. I respect your relationship. But also, there's been times where they've broken up with the girl. I pick her. How do you think I got Kelly Berglund? I was friends with her ex.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. And I kept Kelly. I was like, out of this divorce, I'm going with her.
He's 35. She's already holding up the go sign. And he's never been in a serious relationship. Go.
Nope. You don't know how to commit to anything. Oh. Asked to split the bill on the first date. Literally never.
Run.
Get out of there.
Run.
Delete his phone number. Block him.
If he won't do that, literally the very beginning, what will it be like 10 years from now?
Remember when I went on a first date with that guy for a Diet Coke in Paris and he gave me €3 for his orange juice and it didn't even cover his orange juice? I haven't been that grossed out by someone in a really long time. He recently DM'd me. He was like, "Do you want to sublet my apartment?" I was like, "I really don't."
Also, if you're asking somebody out, saying, "Hey, would you like to go to dinner? Hey, would you like to go to drinks?" You take care of it.
But even if I'm asking someone out, if I'm asking someone I work with out or somebody like a friend, if I ask them to go to dinner, I will always be like, "I would love to pay for this because I asked you to be there. I'm requesting your presence."
I don't know about friends.
Well, because I'm not saying, "Do you want to grab
dinner
dinner or whatever?" But like, for example, I was catching up with my old manager the other day and I really wanted to see her. So I said, would you let me take you for dinner?
Oh, well, that's different. Yeah.
Exactly. Or
Would
like,
you, can I take you
for dinner?
out?
Can I take you out?
I saw a girl on TikTok say that the guy chose a fucking steakhouse, had a steak, she had a salad, and then asked her to pay for the entire thing.
That's foul behavior.
Scammer.
This is quite fun. If this man knows his big three,
go.
Stay.
If he knows his big three?
2 opinions I have on this. Sometimes I think you need a man that's been ran through. Sometimes I think you're like, this man has had his fun. He's had his cake. He's ready. He's like, "I do know my big three. I've been around astrology girlies." And I'm like, "Cool, they have broke you in. You now know." I also think it's something where some guys aren't freaked out by astrology and they like it because it's a good way to figure themselves out.
Okay, look, if they hate astrology right off the bat, they're just like, "Oh, you do astrology?" Or like, "You have crystals," and they're just like a fucking hater.
Go.
That's a go. I say this like as my hair is giving like Stevie Nicks. I'm like, if they don't like crystals, you need to run.
So are you saying stay or go if he knows his
I'm
big
saying
three?
if he knows his big three, he's in a relationship, just got out of an 8-year-long relationship, is ran through, or gay. And all of those things scare me because I've had all of them before. And I don't know if I like that for myself anymore. I would appreciate if he knows his sun's sign and is interested in learning more about himself. I don't know. I think it's a red flag.
Okay. I think it's fine.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
Has a podcast.
Get out of here. There's only room for one of us in this relationship, and it's me.
Honestly, is having a podcast a red flag? I think it is.
Yeah. Doesn't have a headboard. Go. Grow up. Be an adult.
I don't give a fuck if you are a freshman in college. Have a headboard. Dorms come with those. Your frat or wherever you're at. Dr. Seuss right now. Your frat or wherever you're at should have a headboard.
I agree.
If you don't have a headboard, if you have navy sheets and no headboard, I need you to go to Target, Walmart, Amazon, Wayfair, wherever the fuck you can immediately.
To be fair, my first 6 months in New York City, I didn't have a headboard. You stayed in that room with me. No headboard. But it was like,
you're not a man.
Also, I was moving into like a furnished apartment. I wasn't going to buy a headboard to live there. I thought I was going to be there for 3 months and then it was a little bit longer.
Like how everything is justified for the girlies. It's like, no, babe, you didn't need a headboard.
You can have a podcast, babe. You don't need a headboard.
You talking to a mic and you don't need a headboard. You can have navy sheets.
You're beautiful, babe. You can have navy sheets, but he can't.
No, men need white sheets. What are you hiding? Why can't I see what's on the sheet?
My best guy friend let me stay in his apartment for the past couple of days because he's been with his girlfriend. And I was like, he has done such a beautiful job. Gorgeous white linen sheets.
Yes.
Beautiful bed. The whole house is furnished gorgeously. That perfect amount of like a straight man lives here, but also wow. And that's when I was like, he has a girlfriend with good taste. And guess what? Her and I are friends. We're becoming very good friends and I love her.
I love that.
So the friendship will work.
I think we both know how this is going to go. Watches all your stories, but hasn't texted you back.
Goodbye. See you.
Goodbye.
Go. If you can't communicate with me, I'm out of here.
If we're playing do you own a Snapchat? Are you on Snapchat? Because that's the type of fucking energy that you're giving when you're watching my Instagram stories and not texting me back. Or worse, communicating via DM or vanish mode.
Gross. Oh, vanish mode? Block.
Immediately block.
No, guillotine. Immediate guillotine. Guillotine.
Off with his head.
Hates astrology.
Oh, we already did this.
Get out of here.
Go.
You're a misogynist.
You're a misogynist.
And you hate women.
Just say you hate women.
Just say you hate women.
Just say you hate the stars. First of all, just say you hate the ancient Greek mythology.
Just say, you know what? The most successful people in the world have astrologists and they lean into it. Just say you hate women and you're a broke bitch. Go, get out of here.
Fair enough. Oh, God. It's a jump scare reading this. His apartment has LED strip lights around every ceiling, and he's older than 23.
Get out of here.
If you want to put the like fun ones that do the color behind your nice TV on the wall, fine. But if we've got them lining every room in the fucking house, any one room, but every room?
Scary.
You know how you can drive by high rises and you can tell the age of the person that lives there by the color of the lights? Like that one.
And it's like
a 19-year-old
purple.
in it. Yeah, like, how are they affording that skyscraper?
Oh, this one's good, Chloe. Brings up his high school girlfriend.
Stay. Or fuck, I'm drunk. Go.
Go. If it gets brought up in conversation and it's natural, sure. But if he brings it up on a regular basis.
It's like the one guy who's like, yeah, listen, I got my heart broken by Stephanie in freshman year or like junior year. And like ever since, I just haven't been able to trust anybody. I can't stand it. Go to therapy, figure it out. Door slam, exactly.
Oh, man.
Can't do it.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. He claps when the plane lands.
Stay.
What?
Stay. It means he's like into being camp, which I like. I think that's hilarious.
Was there a lot of turbulence?
I don't know. I think it's just funny. I think at this point, like if you clap after a movie, I just think it's fucking funny.
What about if he stands up like really quick after it lands?
Go. Ew, you have no manners.
I hate that shit. Even when they're just like stretching, I'm like, sit
Dude.
the fuck down. Because
Wait
now
your turn.
your
You
ass
fucking
is
weirdo.
in my face.
Yes.
I don't want that.
But he can clap.
Put your khakis back in the chair and strap your seatbelt back on. The clapping,
That's fine. That's his joy. You're going to take his
that's
joy away
his
from him?
joy. That doesn't give you an ick.
It's fine.
That's his
Is
joy.
he happy doing it? I also wasn't icked out by the polo shirt acoustic guitar. I was fine with it for some reason. I was like, that man treats me well.
Okay,
Little did I know.
Take opinions from Alexa with a grain of salt.
You know what? Let people have their fun. Oh.
Let men have their joy.
Oh,
I agree.
I have something really scary for you. He's good friends with his ex. Get out of here. There is a caveat though, and I'd like you to share your opinion here.
Okay. It could be like, are we hanging out? Are we going to drinks? Because that would piss me the fuck off. But like, I do think that if you can end a relationship with somebody and remain on good terms and years later, like come back into connection and just be like loose friends
This
in a sense.
said good friends.
Oh, God, what does that mean? Like hanging out with?
It means they're like homies. They hang out all the time.
I simply am too jealous of a person for me to see my man with his ex kikiing, giggling, having drinks. Like, no.
I haven't done that ever successfully.
He's in therapy, but he won't stop talking about it. That's all he talks about.
I'll stay.
I think I would stay too.
He's trying to figure it out. I would say something. We're like, hey, babe, you're doing a great job. I think we should probably talk about, maybe you just talk about this with your therapist. Maybe we up a couple sessions during the week. This could be better support for you.
I think it means he's new to it and he's into it.
Exactly. He's hyperfixating on working on his problems.
Which is better than not at all.
That's
Okay,
on period.
So stay.
Yeah, love.
Okay.
He hates on Taylor Swift unprovoked.
Misogynist.
Fuck off, bitch. That's my girl.
If you are outright just being like a hater to first of all, also women who hate on Taylor Swift out of the blue, red fucking flag.
You also don't have to like her music. That's okay. But you cannot say that she is not remarkable. She is not a marvel of our generation. And it just means you don't like people that express their feelings. You don't like people that are cringe and lean into it. And you just hate shit for the sake of other people.
You hate seeing women succeed.
Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of my life.
You don't have to like her. You just have to respect her.
I think, yeah, respect. I like her. I
love her.
Respect her. It's just bizarre to me. And I feel like it happens to most women that get successful. But Taylor Swift, for whatever reason, is a scapegoat. And it just bothers me. It bothers me a lot.
Me too. He refers to women as females.
Goodbye.
I remember my ex-boyfriend couldn't get into this 4th of July party. And I wanted to go still. It's 4th of July.
No,
it's
boo?
not like a romantic, yeah.
God, I've seen so many meltdowns outside of that party.
And when they basically were like, don't even bother bringing him. I was going with like 15 of my girlfriends. Like, it was fine. We had our own table, whatever. But they said he couldn't come. And he goes, you can be one of those females running around the party trying to get a free glass of champagne. And I said, you know what? I will be. I will be. And that was the day the relationship ended in my head. One of those females running around the party, desperate for a free glass of champagne.
How did you react?
I said, that was disgusting of you to say. And you know what? I will be. And I'll shake my ass too.
Good. I think I actually would have caught a charge that day.
Thank God that phone call was on the phone and I just hung
I
up
was
on
on
him.
the phone.
Yeah.
You know, one of y'all's favorite influencers, I'm not going to say who, had the biggest meltdown I've ever seen, was dating one of my friends. Everybody thinks he's so hot, so smart, so politically correct, and he freaked the fuck out because he couldn't get inside of this party. It's at Nobu in Malibu, and it's this thing called the all-white party. And he couldn't get in, and he had a literal toddler tantrum where he was like screaming, throwing himself on the floor, and it was the same thing. Like, you guys can go in. I was like, yeah, we can. And we will.
And I'll enjoy. This is what I told my ex-boyfriend. There are not a lot of perks of being a woman in this world. Sorry you have a young, hot girlfriend that wants to have a good time, and they need me in there.
They always want a bad bitch until they get a bad bitch.
Until they get a bad bitch.
And
then
they do bad bitch things.
And then they're like,
sorry.
oh, you female. I'm like, yeah.
Go back to listening to Andrew Tate in your little basement and leave me the fuck alone. That's how I feel about that. He brings his own hot sauce to every restaurant.
Love it. I bring Chick-fil-A sauce to every meal I eat in Paris. Love that shit.
You need seasoning in Paris.
No,
you
I know
need
you
it.
don't. You need or you don't?
You do. You need flavors in Paris.
As an American, I agree with you. There's nothing better than French food with a good dollop of Chick-fil-A sauce.
Or hot sauce.
Period.
You know what? If I saw a man have like a little bottle of Cholula or Tabasco in his keychain, I'd be like, that's fine.
Husband.
That makes sense.
Husband. He's still close with his ex's family.
Goodbye.
There's no reason. One of my ex's moms hits me up every other week, and I'm like, Maria, it's time to move on.
Not you calling her out.
Sorry, I love you, Maria. But I blocked your son on everything. Gotta go. Love you forever, though.
Love you forever, though. There are moms of guys I dated that I miss more than him, but I'm not going to reach out because I understand boundaries.
Every single one of them I miss more than him. Are you kidding? This guy that I dated, his mom and I, this jacket I'm wearing, we have matching.
You have a matching jacket with the mom.
Yeah, I wore it, and she was like, that's so great.
He uses ChatGPT for everything.
Love a tech, bro. Stay.
But what about the water? You know how much water it uses?
I know, dude. I try not to think about it because I talk to ChatGPT every day.
Gallons and gallons and gallons.
Don't stop. Don't take it away from me.
I think that it's okay to use it, but I don't want to see you using it for something you can just Google. What if a man wrote you your anniversary card and it was beautiful, but he fucking used ChatGPT?
Just don't tell me.
Just don't say so?
Because you have to prompt it well. Like, no, I'm not kidding. Like, the beauty of ChatGPT is that in any LLM is that you have to get really good at prompting it. If you can prompt from the heart, I'm okay with it.
If you can prompt from the heart. Okay, so you're okay with the anniversary card or the birthday card.
Everybody is a poet, you know?
That's happened to me before, which is why I'm asking.
Not everyone's a poet.
Hated
and it's
it.
Beautiful. I am really good at prompting ChatGPT that I can tell when an LLM wrote it. I can just tell. It's the way that I know.
Also, everyone says the M dash is what gives it away.
It is.
I've been using the M dash since 4th grade. I love that shit. And now I hate that people think it's ChatGPT. That pisses me off.
I told ChatGPT not to put the M dash in ever. You know that ChatGPT has every single journal entry I've ever written in the past 15 years.
I know, and I think that's terrifying because it can spit it back out to someone else. You need to be careful.
It's too late. I tell ChatGPT about all my crushes.
Okay, so you would stay.
I would love it.
I'm iffy on this.
Make me my own LLM,
what if
actually?
It's a guy you're just starting to see and he's using it to reply to your texts. They do this.
He's doing his best.
Stay?
Yeah.
He's doing it. Okay. Get the fuck out of here. If you can't keep up a basic conversation. Alexa loves
Some people have autism, and that's typically what I go for. And they need the help. I'm going to pretend I didn't know that ChatGPT wrote that. That's okay with me. That's okay with me. I wonder if people agree with me. I actually think it's kind of sweet. Sends calendar invites for dates. Stay. Love that.
I'm a busy woman. I need to know when we're doing what. No, I think a guy who sends a calendar invite and in the details it's like
Uber code.
Uber's being called at this time. Wear this. We're going there. I'm wet.
I had a man send me an Uber code in our calendar invite.
How do they even make like a gift card?
Yeah, they sent me like $100 Uber gift card.
This is an influencer event.
I was happy with it.
Okay. Love that. Why are you not dating him still?
He was kind of weird.
Oh.
Didn't have that connection with him, you know?
Okay. He owns Crocs or something similar and defends them passionately.
Love Crocs. Love them.
Listen, if you're going to be fucking weird and you're going to defend it passionately, I'm into it.
Crocs, if you want to sponsor the podcast, we love you.
I just got some Crocs gifted to me, and I gotta say, I haven't had them since I was 8, and I broke them in at Disney World. I forgot how much they changed my life. They formed your foot.
Stay.
We love a man who loves comfort. Don't wear them to dinner, though.
He's obsessed with historical documentaries.
Stay.
Love it. Stay.
I love someone who's like an encyclopedia, who can just tell me a bunch of stuff that I don't care about, that I didn't know about before, that I'm not going to remember in 2 seconds. I love it.
Okay, he raw dogs flights, aka no headphones, no snacks, just vibes.
He is Patrick Bateman, and he's got to go.
Oh, wait. Stay.
He's a serial killer.
How
what
long
do you
is the
mean?
Flight? Is it an hour, and is he just meditating?
New York to LA, babe.
Oh, get out of here. Read a book.
Is he just meditating? If you're meditating on a flight with no headphones, screaming babies, you are a psychopath. What do you mean?
Sometimes I raw dog a flight. It's like an hour. I just look out the window and I
You don't have a book, journal, nothing?
No, I always have a book now.
I'm talking
Nope, get out of here. I have a Kindle in my purse at all times. I'm always reading. Get out!
It's weird. He has a dream of being on the show Survivor.
Stay, my favorite show ever.
I've never seen it, but like, I don't want to watch my man on Survivor. That seems like I would get the ick real fast. I mean, it's like trying to start a fire with a thread or something, like a stick, whittling.
It's more just like you haven't showered in 20 days and the whole world sees that. I'm cool with it. I'll play Survivor one day. It's my dream. Jeff Probst, you will see my submission video. I will play Survivor one day and my man can be icked out on that. I don't care. That's my truth. And if that's his truth too, I don't really slide into DMs very often. I'll slide into the DMs if he plays the game well.
Survivor does show skills of like he could protect me in the wild.
Have you not seen Boston Rob and Amba?
Did you just say something in English? What?
No, Boston Rob, he's like a reality show god, essentially. He met his wife that they now have 4 beautiful children together on Survivor. They met and fell in love on Survivor. She ended up winning the season.
Good for her.
Period. And
that's another thing. I want a woman to win. Like, I don't want to see you win.
I'll win.
Exactly. I want to see you win.
Got to work on my grip strength. He has a go-to karaoke song and it's Eminem.
Go. What?
If he can rap God?
You said stay?
Stay. I feel like a rap god. I'm into it. That's my dream karaoke song. Is Too Fast for Me. If a guy was whipping out Rap God by Eminem as his go-to song, stay. Love of my life.
He gives you a nickname on the first date.
Goodbye.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't like nicknames.
You don't know me. You don't like nicknames? I like nicknames, but if someone's like Chloe, or like some people will guess, I'm not going to even say it, but they'll guess the name that my family gave me. And I'm like, whoa, you didn't earn that. I don't know.
Like, hey, Clobo on a first date. Get out of here.
Nobody's ever called me that.
I call you Clobo.
Never heard that before.
Yeah, I'll be like, what's up, Clobo?
Okay.
Have you never realized I call you that?
No. Did you have any terrible nicknames growing up?
No, I've never been a nickname person, ever. No one's ever, like, some guys would try to be like, what's up, Lex? And I go, that's not my personality.
No, Lex doesn't fit you at all.
My mom will call me pumpkin pie because I was born on Thanksgiving.
That's
or she'll
so
call me
sweet.
girl child.
Girl child. Love that.
She'll be like, hi, girl child.
Listen, girl child is fine. A man shouldn't call me that.
Or she'll be like daughter child, like, yeah.
Girl child.
Girl child. Yeah.
I'm going to ask my mom to call me girl.
Isn't that cute?
It's so cute and weird.
I'm like, what else?
Love that.
She'll be like, hi, girl child. And then I have a godmother that's Greek. So I call her my Nuna, and I'm her kuklamu, which is like little doll. Oh. And then I went on a date with a Greek guy, and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I was like raised with a Greek godmother. And I was like, she would call me kuklamu. And so he would call me, be like, hey, kuklamu. And I'm like, that is not your name to call me.
Don't ever say that again.
It's like an extremely endearing term in Greek. It's like very much like my sweet baby girl, like my baby.
Do you like when you're dating a guy if he calls you baby or baby girl?
It depends on how he swaggies it out. It's like the riz behind it.
The riz behind it.
Like, I had a guy that I dated, he would call me Lovey. I thought was very sweet. And another guy, and it was always like, he was like, hi, sweetheart.
I have an affliction with the word babe.
Babe is just so generic, but it just comes out.
Babe.
Hey,
I can't say it without it being hey, babe. Like, it's just weird.
But if a guy was like, hi, baby girl, I'd be like, get out of here.
If I'm in love with it, I'm okay with that. I like it.
If I'm in love with somebody, they could do just about anything.
Call me whatever you want.
With it. The whole ick list is is out the window.
Through the roof. He can be on Survivor.
He
can
do anything.
Also raw dogging the flight on the way there. Singing Eminem to the cabin. I'm like,
he's raw dogging on his flight
love
to Fiji.
him.
I'm like, I'm clapping when he lands. You're like, that's my man. That's my man.
That's my man.
He has a Finsta, but you're not allowed to follow it. Get out of here.
You're going to hate me.
Why?
Because I have a Finsta and none of my boyfriends are allowed to ever follow it.
No, babe, there's a double standard. Get out of here.
Oh, that's true. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Why do you have a Finsta? That's for the girls. Get out.
And also, what's on there? But I didn't let Colin follow my Finsta until we were dating for 2 years. I just feel like there's so much information about me on there that I have to, like, you might as well sign an NDA.
Dude, I don't have a Finsta anymore, but my close friends is a sacred spot. He FaceTimes you without warning. Love it. Stay.
Stay, but don't always answer that shit.
No, I don't.
Freaks me out.
But can he leave me that little message? Have you seen
Oh, I forgot they can leave like
Love it.
video voicemails.
I live for it.
I like it. I like a guy who calls.
I do too. I think it's very sweet.
This one, I don't. He says, vibe check, mid argument.
Stay. That's so cute.
I wish I knew a man who mid argument could just like drop whatever the fuck we're fighting about, drop the ego and be like, wait, vibe check. Like
I need someone that's down to clown, you know?
I would die and it would just, everything would be fixed.
I would marry him.
Yeah. I don't know.
Burning Man changed his life.
Goodbye. No, fuck. I meant to say
Stay.
go. No, I'm a go. What do you mean stay?
I'm going to Burning Man this year. I can't wait. And I think it's an opportunity to elevate your mind. But then again, my ex-boyfriend went to
Elevate your
Burning Man
mind.
and it was really scary. It just depends on the guy.
Alexa's going to Burning Man sober. Okay, good luck to her.
I don't do any
And
drugs, so.
people who changed their life after Burning Man are just on a fuck ton of acid or mushrooms or ketamine, like a combination of the things. And I'm just like, if you need a psychedelic to change your life, you didn't develop the empathy that you needed in your frontal lobe yet, and you're 36, and I'm concerned. I don't like it.
I think it's a case-by-case situation.
Okay. I don't.
Okay.
I love that for us.
That's fine.
I can't wait to hear what happens to you when you go to Burning Man.
We're going to do a recap on the podcast.
Actually would love to, before you go, do a segment where I read you some of the Reddit stories that I've read about Burning Man and just watch you react because they're good. They're positive stories.
And I just like go into
crazy.
the trenches and I come back here dusty as fuck. Don't even shower. Straight to the studio from Burning Man. Incredible.
Please do.
Insane content.
We'll put down like a tarp on the couch. He calls your trauma, quote, interesting.
Nope.
Go. Goodbye. If you are saying anything about my trauma other than I'll never put you through that, which I've learned
for
from
being so vulnerable and sharing this with me.
Yeah.
That must have been really hard. I'm here for you. I'm going to be really cautious to protect that side of you. And I'm so sorry you had to experience that. Stay. Marry me. Love me forever. Wow, that's crazy. Oh my God. That's so nuts. That's so fascinating.
I can't believe that happened to you. That's so interesting.
Get out
Ew.
here. Get out.
Hate it.
I digress. His Spotify Wrapped is 90% EDM. I just simply go. I cannot listen to that.
Listen, I like EDM, but there's a time and a place. If we are driving to In-N-Out and I have to hear beep, beep, boop, bop, I need lyrics. I need lyrics.
Okay, what if his karaoke song is an EDM song? You know how there's always
There's no lyrics.
Do want me to go?
Yeah, no.
Everyone's turning this podcast off now.
If he thinks he could land a plane with no experience.
You narcissist, get out of here. Do you know how much you have to learn to properly fly a plane? I don't think you could just like here, touch these, whatever. These guys don't even know they're Alpha, Bravo,
Okay.
Charlies, you know?
If you were on a plane and it was going down,
Mhm.
everybody's incapacitated. You're not that high up anymore. You're like maybe 2,000 feet above the ground. You just have to land it on the runway to save your life and like 300 people's lives. Do you think you could do it?
I would do my best, but if we all died, I wouldn't feel too bad.
I think I would make it halfway down the runway, but I wouldn't know how to slow down. And then we do like a triple flip and we'd all go up in flames.
Yeah, I aligned.
I would do my best.
I would do my best, but I'd be like, no promises, bitches. He hates cats.
Oh, get the fuck
Get the
outta
fuck out of here.
Just say you hate women.
You hate women.
Say
You
you
hate
hate
our
women.
joy.
Cats are like women. Everyone loves a dog because you know why? A dog always loves you, no matter what. Cats, you have to earn their respect, their attention, their love. You can't just
Sweet
touch
Tom.
them. You have to be kind. And if you don't like cats and cats don't like you, you're a bad fucking person.
You are a bad person because if you don't like cats, you have never been good to a cat. My cat is so obsessed with me.
That's what I'm saying. Cats
So
are so
obsessed.
sweet, like dogs, once they get to know you. So if you don't like them, there's a problem. If you don't like Taylor Swift, astrology, and cats, just say you're a male manipulator and go.
And say you hate women.
Say you hate women.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that. Clink.
That's the end of this.
That was so fun. We need to do this again. Damn.
I love this. I think
This
we
is
only
really a
disagreed
blast.
like 4 times. And it was about exactly what I thought we would disagree on.
And that's on period. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe wherever you find your podcast. Rate us 5 stars. And you can find us on our socials. On Instagram, it is at Totally Unbothered. On TikTok, it is at Unbothered Club. And we will see you guys in our next episode.
Also, her socials are at Alexa Losi, on
Indeed.
TikTok at Alexa.Losi.
That's on period.
Yeah, mine are at Chloe Madison.
Jealous.
I want at Chloe, but I'll never get it, you guys.
I'll never get at Alexa because one of the guys, like one of the early employees at Instagram, his wife's name is Alexa. 'Cause
You'll
I
never
asked
get
for it.
that.
But I do have youtube.com/Alexa. If I ever decide to go back to YouTube, you will be the first people to know. All my old videos are taken down. I'm sorry. I just need that for
shit.
my own sanity.
Okay.
Maybe one day I'll put them back up, but I don't really think anybody wants to watch my like back to school videos from 2015.
I would. I'd learn how to do my eyeliner.
Yeah, I was a master at that. I taught every bitch how to do their winged liner and told everyone to go to the psych ward. It was great.
Good night. Goodbye. It's 11 a.m. Goodbye.
Bye.